Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 6, Episode 10. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted shows, reality shows, and also do reactions. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, welcome back. We're going to start off with this surprise potluck dinner that Whitney, Heather, Mary, Angie, and Bronwyn decided to throw for Brittany since she was utterly and completely destroyed by Meredith and Lisa on this plane. And y'all, I just know that Brittany is eating this up. Now, I'm not going to say that she wasn't hurt and was crying on this plane when she was getting destroyed by Meredith and Lisa, but throughout the week, I was just sitting here thinking, was she going to put 20 on 10? So she can play the victim, because y'all know Brittany, she loves to be in the center of attention. She said this on several episodes. Y'all know she loves to just, like, when we were having a nice conversation, she likes to, everyone, Jerry proposed to me and I said yes, look at the ring. But we broke up 2 days later, and it's like, what was the point of announcing that if y'all have broken up? Like, it's not like y'all decided y'all was gonna get married, then y'all went off to Vegas to actually get married, and then y'all gonna have like an actual ceremony for family and friends later on. You could have kept that to yourself. So I'm like, I just know that when she gets to this little potluck luncheon situation, that she's gonna be eating it up with a spoon. And like, it's all about me right now. It's all about me. And again, I'm not saying that Meredith and Lisa did not completely and utterly destroy her, because I believe something went down. I do. And I also believe that Brittany was going to take this opportunity, like, yes, this is a moment you were completely and utterly destroying me. So even though I'm mad at this level and upset and crying, I'm going to add on to that so I can get some sympathy. So people can feel bad about me, so they can be rallying around me. So she gets there. The theme is high body count hair. Mary, she was the only one that y'all not gonna be messing with this good wig, teasing it and doing all that other stuff. And I'm like, I'm with you, because I don't let everybody in my head no more either. I just don't do that no more. I am the only person that does my hair. Now, is it looking the best? No, because I didn't, setting lotion last night. I just sprayed a little water on it and rolled it up. But this ain't about me right now. This is about Brittany and this potluck dinner situation they got going on. So she gets there. She's happy. Why? Because it's all about Brittany. So the lady's like, hey, we sorry, Morning Bromlin. I threw your little stuffed unicorn overboard that had Jerry's name on it. My bad. That was wrong of me. So the ladies, they go make her own little individual stuffed animals with a personalized message from them. One, now I'm paraphrasing what it says. Brittany, I love you so much. Another one, you are a rock star. You go, girl. Yes, you were the best thing since sliced bread. Yeah, we get to Mary's. Mary's is completely and utterly silenced. And I'm like, that fits. But then we find out that while they were on the yacht, Mary and Brittany got into it. And Brittany was like, you are the most unchristlike person I know. And I'm like, dang. Because, Mary, she is a pastor. And she considers herself to be a Christian woman. I believe she's Christian. She, like, that was offensive to her. But she's like, yeah, I don't see it for Brittany. But, I'm going to be cordial with her because I do feel bad because, Meredith and Lisa, they did go far on the girl. Like, I can't stand you and I ain't gonna leave you a message, but right is right and wrong is wrong. And I was like, that further made me believe that it went down on that plane. Because Mary, even though she can't stand Brittany, she like, yeah, I feel sorry for the girl. And Mary, she don't go light on anybody. You could be her, her and Meredith, best good friend. But she would get Meredith together. Angie, her best good friend. She will get her together. Like, right is right and wrong is wrong. And that's what I do appreciate about Mary. She not just gonna be like, just because you my friend and you feel this way, I'm gonna go along with you. No. She not gonna do that. Then the ladies discuss how Meredith and Lisa have completely flipped the story. There was no yelling going on. Meredith was having a conversation with her friend Lisa, and Brittany, you had your headphones on, so you shouldn't have been eavesdropping. I'm like, it's not eavesdropping if we are in a confined spot and I'm one seat ahead of you. If you're talking, I can't help but to hear. Like, I've been on planes before. I have not been in first class. I did Delta Comfort a few times. Not saying that this ain't about me. So I can hear people having conversations around me. Even though I listen to my music as the flight is taking off. I have 4 songs that I listen to. Then I will find a movie or a TV show to watch to make the plane ride go along. But you can still hear people talking and all that other stuff. So it's not like Meredith was whispering, yeah, Lisa, I can't believe she did that, this, that, and the third. I believe she probably had a drink in her system and she got a little bit loud. That's my opinion. That's what I believe. But Meredith and Lisa, they're going around and they're sticking to their story like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. None of these things happen. Don't put that on me. Mary and Robert Jr., they go to see how everything is going with the church. The church has been in their family for 60 years. And this is the first time they've done any renovations on it. So I'm like, yeah, it's probably that's probably why it took so long. And then on top of that, her cousin Big John, you know, dragging his feet on some things that should have taken, been a little bit quicker. But Mary and Robert Jr., they're sitting in their seats and they discuss his sobriety and where he is at with it. And he's discussing how he went to some AA meetings and how that has helped. And he also discussed how some of his friends that he was hanging out with have had relapses. Now, I am no expert and I never claimed to be an expert, but I used to watch Intervention a lot and different shows that talk about people having substance abuse problems. And I used to watch Judge Mathis all the time, and he used to say that addicts, whether it's alcohol or whether it's drugs, once you actually, complete a program, you just can't just stop. You need to have inpatient treatment along with outpatient treatment. You need to go to meetings twice a day. He said he has a friend who had been sober for over 20 years and still goes to meetings 2 times a day because you have to separate yourself from the people who are still using because you can get drawn back into that. Y'all was my friends, but y'all are still doing things that's going to make me want to do them, and those things is going to be harmful to me. I also knew therapy can help to get to the bottom of why you're doing these things. Could it be you're using substances to make you feel better? Is it to block out some harm that you're going through? Have to do these things. And he was he wants to talk to his friends about coming to church, but he's he don't want to be just, ramming God down people's throat. And Mary's you don't have to do that. You can just hey, the door is open if you need it. And that's what I appreciate. Don't just you have to do this, you need God, you need this. Hey, come if you need to. If you feel you need to, come. Be polite about it. Give them the opportunity, but not be so forcibly and demanding them. And she was she wanted to get her friend group here because y'all need some help. She ain't never seen grown men just act like complete and utter children. And she gonna have them come to the church and try to get this friend group back together. Lisa and John, they're having a little, I don't want to say date. They meet up and this communication issues come up. And she's upset because she didn't like the way he corrected her. She was saying something to their son and he was well, maybe you shouldn't say it like this. It's almost you should do this and forcing their son to do it her way. And he was trying to tell her, maybe you should say it like this, and he will take it like this. And the son agreed, so now she's upset. Lisa's issue is She wants you to listen to her, what she has going on. But when you're trying to communicate with her, she's on her phone. She's doing this. She's not listening. And we see that time and time again when John is trying to get his point across. And not even just John, with other ladies. When they're trying to get their point across and say what they have to say, she wants to overtalk them. And I can understand that being frustration because now I can't get my point across, and now you're going to continue to act this way because I haven't told you how I feel. Yeah, that's why you need to let people talk. I know you want to get your point across too, but you have to listen to these people. And he's also telling her, it's like we mainly just discuss business. We don't discuss us as in a relationship, and you can tell this is taking Lisa back because Lisa, she wants to do things Lisa's way, and you should do things Lisa's way. He's trying to let her know, I don't want to do this anymore. And Lisa, she gets to blinking all fast, like, where is this coming from? It's like, we've seen throughout the years, you just completely and utterly overtalk John. John tried to say something, you jump in because you had to say something. He's trying to communicate with you, you're on your phone, you're flipping, you're going through things. Son tried to talk to you, no, you should do it this way. John tried to talk to you, no, you should do it this way. Somebody's trying to talk to you, well, you did this and you did this and you did this. Like, let people talk. Bronwyn and Todd, they finally meet up after him being gone for a few days. Y'all remember she let us know that Todd was on the flight and he was looking at other women. I did not think she was going to take her conversation that she had with Whitney and bring it to Todd. Apparently, Todd, he's had some issues in the past to where he was texting other women and Gwen saw, and now he is looking at other women online, and she's feeling some type of way. She's like, am I not pretty enough? Am I not good enough? And, this probably stems from the issue she's had with her mother growing up and how her mother still talks to her. Now, this is where I'm going to pause on that, and we're going to tug on, Miss Muzzie's wig right quick. I think, along with how they were raised Mormon, I feel that Muzzie is upset that Bronwyn is not facing all the consequences that she told her she was going to face. Like, hey, you was out here having sex before marriage, you got pregnant before marriage, and had a baby. Your life was supposed to be ruined, because that's what I was told to you, and that's what was told to me. And your life is not damaged. And I'm thinking Muzzie probably is a little upset that, like, hey, maybe I could have been out here doing these things since nothing happened to you. And she's upset and she's mad and she's a little bit jealous. That's just my thinking on things. But back to Todd and Bronwyn. Just like, I did talk to Whitney about this. This again makes Todd upset because, like, these women are not your friends. Why are you discussing what's going on with us? Okay. She even brings up opening up the relationship. If this is what you want to do, then let's do this, baby. I don't want to leave you, but hey, if you want to go out here and do something on your own, let's make a pact. Don't bring nobody home. Don't let there be anybody in my friend circle. She's not saying this, but, like, this is basically just as what she's saying. Like, don't bring anybody home. Nobody in our friends circle. Keep this discreet. And she will do the same. I'm actually surprised that she actually came to Todd with this. Like, hey, if this is what you want to do, if this is going to help us grow together, then I'm willing to do it. It makes me so uncomfortable because, like, soon as she came in and did you lock the door? I haven't seen you in 2 or 3 days. And this is like, we've been texting, we talked a little bit, but, like, sir, you were the one who was caught out here looking at other women, people, and it got online. But you over here got this, but I guess this is not, I guess nothing new, because every time we see Todd seems like he's upset about something. Like, he don't want to do this show. He don't want you to do this show because that's bringing attention on to y'all and what y'all got going on. Mary has the ladies come to her church. On the way to church, she realized that Robert Jr. was high. So you gonna have to sit this one out, and she's gonna have to pray even harder for her son. Now Whitney is the only one, and I think maybe Meredith has gone to Mary's church. Now Mary is Pentecostal. Whitney and Heather grew up Mormon. I don't know any much about the Greek religion, so I don't know Angie how their churches go. And I'm not Brown when she grew up Mormon too. I think Lisa Mormon and Meredith is Jewish. So their church experiences are different. So when not Heather, but when Whitney went to Mary's church the first time, she's used to passing up her, probably saying a sermon, probably choir members singing, and that's it. Everybody else quiet. But in a Pentecostal church, they get the hooting and hollering, they get the shouting, they get the bucking, doing some of these, running around the church. My grandma used to go to a Pentecostal church, and I'm gonna be completely honest. When I was little, it cackled me something awful. I used to love when the people get to running around the church and shouting. It was the funniest thing to me. Granted, I was probably 6 or 7 years old, and I couldn't wait to see somebody running around the church. So, probably seeing that experience for the first time, you probably thinking, what in the world is going on? That's probably why she thought Mary church, she'd run a cult. Because, she was not used to that church experience. Me, I grew up seeing that. Seeing people run around the church. The church I go to now, preacher talking, yes, we, talking back too. They weren't used to that, so that's probably why the experience Whitney had the first time was I don't know what was going on over there, because she had never experienced that before. Now, I must say, this little black outfit that Mary had on in her confessional, you did that, Mary. I was like, that is cute. Yeah, Mary has stepped up her styling a lot. Now, yeah, that house, that's another story, but the outfit she's been wearing, it's been looking nice. That wig looks a lot nicer than what it used to be. Mary, she is a lot more open now. She's going to scenes. I don't know where Brittany was, why she didn't show up. But it was good that the girls came out. I thought it was funny that Whitney said that Meredith and Lisa, they probably burned up in the church. And sure enough, Lisa did get all, she got the sweating and all that stuff. But when you get the people running around and all that stuff, and it get a little hot up in that church. But I was side-eyeing her when she was like, yes, all kind of religions is great. Even the church is hating. And it was she be donating her tequila. And I'm like, okay. I mean, do you, boo? We had a little dozen scene between Brittany and Jared. He's upset that while she was on the yacht, she was flirting with other dudes. It was y'all was on the break. She's upset because he should be comforting her because she was completely and utterly destroyed by Meredith and Lisa, and you want to bring up me doggone flirting with somebody else when we were supposed to be on the break. They was all off in the woods in this little creek area, and I was like, this looks like, the start of a horror movie. They all out in the grass in the woods. I'm like, there's bugs out there. There's probably snakes out there. I mean, I was focusing on the wrong things because I wasn't really paying attention because this is Brittany and Jared. They are always breaking up to making up. And she is still trying to doggone it, get as much sympathy and play the victim as long as she can. It's we're supposed to be discussing how I was completely and utterly destroyed on this plane ride back, and you're focusing on me trying to get with somebody else. Well, I was flirting with somebody else when we were supposed to be on a break, but you were supposed to be on a break from all men and focusing on your child. But now, you should be focusing on your child right now. But no, you're focusing on, I cannot play victim any longer because you want to bring up some other stuff. You're supposed to be comforting me. But then again, this is Jared and this is... That was the gist. If I left anything out about me, leave a comment below. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like and share it to your people, and they can come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.